I do it all the time. It's all about a random act of kindness. Pay it forward is a centuries-old concept, which is also the title of a book, a movie, and an Oprah stunt. Now there's even a Pay It Forward Day, a relatively new and Australian idea.
Yes, David just can't name any of them. We're joined by the founder of Pay It Forward Day, Blake Beattie, and St Aloysius School Captain Jessica Makarowitz, who's taken up the challenge. Good morning to you both.
Good morning.
Thanks for coming in. It's a wonderful concept. I don't know, David, whether you saw any of it on Oprah, but that whole idea of, go on, live a little, that whole idea of actually doing something kind and seeing the reaction and just feeling good about it.
Yeah, it's a wonderful concept. I mean, it basically involves somebody doing between 1 and 3 good deeds for somebody else without expecting anything in return, and instead the recipient is asked to pay it forward and do another random act of kindness for somebody else. So it can really start a positive ripple effect of giving.
So, but is that important at that point? I mean, can it not just be a genuine thought from the heart, I'm going to do something kind for you, or are you asking people to say, all right, now that I've done something kind for you, go off and do something kind to somebody else? I mean, does that have to be part of it? No,
look, I mean, doing something nice for somebody else is always, you know, a wonderful thing, and it's something we should be doing every single day. But the whole idea of paying it forward is just to start people's mindset in terms of, well, what can I do to help somebody else? And it might be, for example, it's pouring rain outside, you're about to get a lift, you notice somebody walk past, they're getting drenched, and you know, you could give them your umbrella. I mean, it's so small.
Oh, that's going too far.
Okay, sorry. Well,
it's a good idea, isn't it?
I mean, it's so simple, but it makes such a big difference.
And that's going to set them thinking anyway, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Okay, yeah. So you're behind this Pay It Forward Day.
Yes.
And your school, Jessica, is doing something. What are you doing?
Well, in preparation for this event, we've actually played the film various times at school.
It's a good movie too, isn't it? I like the movie.
I cried at the end, but anyway. And
we've always stay in touch with your feelings. It's very important.
It's such a sweet and, you know, nice concept, and so we've had posters around the school telling students how they can actually pass it forward and random acts of kindness that they can do as students.
Within the school or in the community?
Yeah, within the school, or even, you know, like paying for someone's lunch in the cafe line, you know, not telling them, but just random, and or even buying a stranger a Met card or something like that. And we've also had just posters around, and we've also given out the travel cards so that they can pass it on amongst themselves and into the wider community.
It's not just about paying, it's about doing, isn't it? I mean, you know, especially for kids who, you know, don't have a lot of disposable cash, or people who don't in this economic time, you can actually just do something great. What sort of suggestions have you got?
Well, at our school, obviously, because we are not, you know, in a position to give a lot, we actually are giving our time. So we have elderly residents coming to the school for morning tea, and they were so excited, they were so happy, and so were the students, because it's a different sort of interaction that they may not have all the time. And we also have a group of refugee students from North Melbourne Primary School, which is a sweet concept because, you know, we're tutoring them, and it's another type of interaction that they might not usually have.
Yeah, good for you.
You mentioned earlier kids in the lining up to go to the canteen and someone in front paying for their lunch or something. What is the reaction of the kids? How are they reacting to this when a random act of kindness is bestowed upon them?
I think, in my opinion, it restores a bit of belief in, you know, just a utilitarian approach of helping other people and for the common good by rippling it, by the ripple effect. And
yeah, the human spirit.
Yeah, exactly. And I think it's very exciting for them, and they get to interact with other students as well and see the good side of other students.
Yeah.
So
now, Blake, you've got these cards organised, and I'll show them to you. They explain what you're actually doing. So, for instance, if you, let's say for argument's sake, mowed someone's lawn, you could leave a note saying, I've mowed your lawn, and you could staple this on. And the idea is when you turn it over on the back, how many spots?
There's 24 boxes on the back of each card, and so each card has a potential for 24 good deeds that can happen out there in the community. And the great thing about the card too is people will keep that in their purse or their wallet, and when the opportunity presents itself for them to pay it forward and do a good deed for somebody else, you know, it almost switches on that part of the brain which thinks, okay, here's my opportunity to make a difference and brighten up somebody else's day, which is a wonderful thing.
Yeah. How's Pay It Forward Day? How's it going? How do people respond to that? Is there an ultimate goal? I mean, what does it instill in the community?
Is there an ultimate goal? Look, I mean, paying it forward is one of those things we should be doing every single day. We should be looking out for how we can make a difference with other people. But I guess the goal with the day is to bring it to people's attention. And, I mean, my goal is, with schools, is to have every school, I mean, there's hundreds of schools around the world involved, 15 countries already involved, so it's definitely spreading around the world in a big way. But my goal is to have every single school in Australia participating, and I just think it helps our kids think outward rather than inward, and think about what they can do to help others. I mean, I was out at a school yesterday, and they were planning on going to an old people's place, and what they were going to do was going to do some random acts of kindness out there. They were going to bake some Anzac cookies and give it to them. And,
yeah, love it.
You know, just those sort of little things can make such a difference.
We're nearly out of time, but can you quickly tell us the Oprah experiment?
Oh, sure. Yeah, the Oprah experiment, she had $1,000 which she gave to every person in the audience.
On a debit card? On
a debit card, yeah, and said...
300 people in the audience, I think?
Yeah, that's exactly right. And said this $1,000 is to be spent on random acts of kindness for people around. And so what it did was it sparked some incredible... random acts of kindness. So,
yeah. And they tracked some of them, and these amazing things had happened, and suddenly someone else was connected, and they found that someone else had done. There was this amazing kind of interaction, this connectivity, wasn't it?
And since Ms Watkins is so prone to random act of kindness, break out the chequebook. People write in right now. 300 of you, $1,000 each.
Easy work. Look, it's great to talk to you both. Keep up the good work.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for your time this morning.
Oh, we should point out too, you can download these on the computer, can't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
So jump online.
www.payitforwardday.com, and you can go to the website, print out the cards, and perform some great random acts of kindness.
Great stuff.
Brilliant.
All right, Marianne standing by, and for lovers of art, music and theatre, we slip behind the curtains at Cirque du Soleil.